got a lot of nerve showing your face around here.
Look who's talking.
The Escape Pod.
That's a hit.
Welcome to the Turnstile Records presents the Escape Pods. This is Jezbot in the pod.
Timmy Taco in the pod.
And MickeyT in the pod.
And I'm your brother.
It's another Brocast. The fourth wall's down. We're recording straight after last week's episode. Back-to-back double episode. We do have it hard out for Mick this episode, so if he has to leave at some stage...
we've got a segment we'll see how we go.
We'll smash through it.
Yeah. So we can't say how has your week been because...
I can tell you, it's been quick.
That was very, very quick.
It was like 3 minutes.
It was very quick.
I had a wee,
Yeah,
and that's it.
Yeah.
We're just trying to get some pods in the bank as it was.
Yep.
And...
You sound a bit sick, Jezbot. Did you mention that?
Yeah, no, I didn't mention it. I did a couple of weeks ago, but just a bit nasally. It's
You look all right.
Thanks, mate. I'm still going to work. It's neither here nor there. I'm still drinking beer,
Yeah.
so I can't be that sick.
No. So the not drinking podcast that lasted like 3 episodes. Or something.
Yeah. Well,
When did that happen?
they're light.
Was I on that episode?
Trip.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah. Well, I try to keep it to 2 drinks per.
How's that working out for you? Don't answer that.
Well, they're light beers, so it's barely water.
Yeah, how's that working out for you, Jim?
Well,
Yeah.
everyone drinks on podcasts. It's the way to go. It's
rule?
not really. It's not really.
Just gets you in the mood.
That's the alcoholic's rule of thumb.
It's a good.
Drink
It's a good
during-
job.
Yeah.
Fill space here.
Well, if you're sober, you're more than likely angry because of your life. But have a few beers, do a podcast. Yeah. So this week, we might just mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, well, I've got a throwback to, I think, a Danos episode.
Sure.
When we talked about things appearing on baby monitors.
yes.
Spooky.
Yeah? Have you had any weird baby monitor?
Nothing like
Instance?
that, but
So you heard that?
yeah, I did. I got a little bit chills.
Okay,
a
because,
few chills listening to that.
Because I wanted to quiz you on like one of your early gigs, the one where the stage caught on fire, I believe.
Pure indulgence.
Yeah.
And weren't you equipment was shitter back then, and didn't something come through the? Didn't you guys have interference from the truckers driving past?
Yeah, that's not uncommon.
breaker. Does that still happen these days?
Not so much. I've got this very old amplifier that actually Jezbot. We traded. Remember, I gave you a pedal, and
You traded an
yeah.
amplifier for a pedal?
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, it was a good trade. I like
and
that.
Yes, and that thing's
You're still using that?
yeah, it's
great.
sick. It sounds great.
Where did I get that from?
Oh,
Oh, actually, my
Is that
main
what you were
man.
using? You weren't using that at the gig last week, were you?
no, I
That
wasn't.
tiny amp.
No.
Okay.
That's something different.
No doubt.
But the way they made the amps in the 70s was with wiring that was unshielded. So especially in the preamp stage, so where it goes from guitar to the input stage, and then from the input stage to the power amp stage, there is less shielding, and so it's susceptible to picking up radio
Signals.
Signals?
Does it need to be power amped and connected to power in order for it to receive interference from?
Yes.
It does.
Yeah.
So a
It's
baby
the
monitor
electromagnetic.
technically can't receive truck.
Not technically unless it's switched on.
Yeah,
There was
I
a
get
question in that episode that you asked that I wanted to jump down the friggin' pod and
answer it and answer the hell out of it.
yeah, but it's going to come to me later. You're asking
Okay.
about. Oh, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Okay, because
You're asking me about. Well, doesn't
interference. There was something to do with the interference factor of these devices that if they're made in third world countries or anything, that there wouldn't be any shielding in the
No,
in the
definitely
cord.
not.
So there's a higher possibility of it receiving some kind of interference because there seems to be a lot of
Racist.
stuff.
No, poor build quality.
Poor insulated cordages, Jeremy.
Calling you out, man.
I
corporate
feel a court
greed.
case coming on.
Well, we're going to do an episode with Dan with everything that we've written up on the whiteboard that we're not allowed to say.
Yep.
Midgets
Right.
are on the list. Fucking weird midgets. There's a whole list.
Aside from that,
And we're gonna
and
do
then
many
should we
others.
reel them off but just beat them out?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
You've got your You got your, and you got your. All right.
There's a whole bunch of work for you there, Tim.
That's all right. I like a good sound effect.
You love a good...
I love a good sound effects overlay. But parents who use nanny cams explain the most bizarre things they've seen. Now, I try to research it. It's a figgity, right? 50-50. 50-50 paranormal. 50-50 nannies abusing children that they're looking after.
Sure.
So I'd kind of... You take the good
with the bad.
Yeah, you take the good with the bad.
The ups and downs.
But I saw some good freaky deek ones. But most of them have things appearing on the screen. They go in, they switch the lights on, it disappears. There were some really bizarre ones, just ghostity ghost kind of floating little lights and whatnot. But I was more interested in the interference thing, and I wanted to know whether this is just a follow up from the last thing, is whether it's it needs to be plugged into the wall to boost the signal, or whether just a normal battery operated lo-fi
Power left in the battery.
Poorly created.
Yeah, so
Is that it, Mick?
was one of the things. Yeah, so what you're talking about,
Phantom power.
Phantom power. Thank you.
Yeah, we got there. We got there.
There's a thing called phantom power in music equipment
You were right, Tim.
that operates condenser microphones. So it's called phantom power because you can't feel it unless you're grounded to something, and so that's different, right? It's different to what you're talking about. What you're talking about is a residual current flow that comes from capacitors.
Yep.
Capacitors.
Now, does an eddy current ring have anything to do with that?
Possible.
Don't answer that.
It's actually a
Yeah,
Melbourne
it is a
band.
band,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, eddy current suppression ring.
Yeah, so look,
yeah.
it's that the charge a capacitor holds is, especially in cheap stuff, is minimal. So it's not likely because
Not powerful enough to charge it.
continuously charge a speaker coil to make noise.
Okay,
it's
so what
not
am I
likely.
saying with the smoke detector? Take the battery out.
Yep.
Residual.
Yeah, that's
But with
capacitance because it's just got a little tiny beep, beep, and they'll keep beeping. It's got enough charge to hold.
And then you take the battery out as it's going beep, beep, beep,
Yeah,
beep.
it's so annoying. That's the one.
That's my residuals.
I didn't know that any smoke alarms actually still had batteries in them because they just go off
Well,
so
I've got
fucking
mine-
randomly. Every time you're cooking a din-dins,
I've
getting
got
the
mine
beep beeps.
hardwired into the ceiling,
Sure.
yet it needs a battery to run.
Yeah.
Why?
What?
Dude,
No,
it's
this is
code.
This is
This is like the electric company. Right.
podcast is not about that.
Okay.
You're listening to the Electric Pod.
Although we are
It's
sort of
electric. How do you feel? Shocking.
go on.
What the fuck are you talking about? Get onto it.
I think that's about it.
Oh.
I just wanted to ask you, because you're of somewhat of an electricianal background. I just want to ask you about that crossing over of the baby monitors.
Yeah,
Whether it needs to be plugged
sounds
in.
supernatural to me.
Yeah, it sure does. Yeah.
Can I add to that? While you guys have got your computers, look up this. There's definite proof coming out. New South Wales government funds a study
Wait a minute.
about all the weird happenings on this island, not Fraser Island, Macquarie Island or something like that.
Oh, really?
And the
Side effects of scrotox?
one of the ghost hunters has apparently, in this documentary coming out soon,
Yep. I do love my Ghost Hunter
definite
shows.
proof of ghosts and goblins on film.
More after this break. Is that the what sweets are poisoning your children? We'll tell you after the break.
That's right.
More after this.
Stinger.
Definite proof. He said, I'll bet my
Here we
career
go.
I'll bet his dates
this,
on it.
on this footage. He's shown people they come out.
Where
of
do
the,
we see this footage, and why is he holding
Well, that's
on?
why I was telling you guys to look it up because I can't
Okay,
remember.
sure, no doubt. Now, what was it again? Because I'm not quite
Definite proof of ghosts. New South Wales
You
government.
can't write that in.
Why not?
Because if you do, definite proof,
Oh, you get all the
You get
conspiracy
all the
theory
non-proof.
bullshit.
definite proof of life after death, definite proof of God,
Yeah.
definite proof of moon landing, definite proof of aliens, of ghosts, that God exists, of evolution, of reincarnation.
We'll put some more parameters in the search. Dude.
Definite proof of
Ghosts. Documentary.
Doco.
New South Wales government.
Funded.
Press return.
Return.
He's not typing. He's just saying it.
I am. Oh, you want me to type it? What was it again? Rail Heritage Review. Definite proof of ghosts.
There you go.
Is this?
Have you got it, haven't you?
Ghosts definitely don't exist because otherwise the Large Hadron Collider would have found them.
No, well, that's not what that does. That's not what that does.
It's for.
No. Oh, because of the God. Because it's looking for the God particle.
It's
God
not
particle.
that's-
Angels.
It's a
Angels.
misnomer.
Ghosts.
The God
Ghosts.
particle. That's not what the God. Anyway, this is not going to become a science program.
So, so you turn.
Definitely.
So you turn into a ghost, right? And we debate this. Are you wearing the clothes you die in, or do you get to choose what you wear?
No, I'm wearing chains and sheets.
Are you going to be wearing chains?
Yeah. Traditional, man. You got to go traditional.
Isn't that the dudes that died in chains and sheets?
Yeah, I think
What are they doing wearing sheets?
I didn't remember my safe word.
So do you? That's right. Do you revert back to your best-looking sort of Sunday suit,
A la
or
The Matrix.
or what you died in?
Oh, the Matrix.
Ooh.
Yeah, your fantasy.
Yeah. How
Fantasy
you see
Neo.
yourself.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
long
Avatar.
black vinyl jacket.
But
shiny.
then there'd be all these hot-looking ghosts. They're
Yeah.
all kind
Everyone's hot,
yeah.
just like the movies. So it's like an Avatar.
I've seen Steve
All
Buscemi.
like a movie about ghosts.
Have you?
Let's call it ghosts.
How do you feel about the Avatar, the blue tall Avatar? Are they hot or not?
Hot or not?
Would you do? Because this is space related. Because it is.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Different.
Alien-esque.
It is. It's different.
It's not aliens.
Planets and stuff. We're not doing aliens.
We haven't actually even started that
Have we
part.
recorded? Are we recording?
Yeah,
Good.
we're recording.
Would you fuck a blue Avatar?
Only if I was Captain Kirk.
Cool.
Then you can get away with it.
Yeah.
It's a little more shameless.
Yeah. To bone, where no man has boned before. Is that something like that?
That's what he says.
Nope.
On
Please?
on blue characters. What poor? I always feel sorry for Lady Smurf. She's
Sorry. I think
Yeah.
only lady amongst
She's a
Who else is
robot,
blue?
isn't she?
Who else is
Lady
blue?
Smurf.
Yeah.
Isn't
Gargamel made.
No, she's a
some-
clone.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
I
a
told
clone.
you guys to hold your conspiracy theories off till
No, she's totally is a clone. Is Smurfette a real Smurf?
Do we really need to answer this?
Yes,
I think
we
we do.
need- I think we do.
do.
Because people are screaming down the ear hole of the radio right now, Mick, like you were last week about the eddy current suppression rings.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what happened. I wasn't listening for the last 10 minutes because it was so fucking boring.
Look, they finally solved it in the last Smurf movie.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, boo.
Those were unwatchable.
Yep.
Yeah.
Horrid.
It doesn't say, but I remember that Gargamel made her
Right, yeah.
to infiltrate the Smurfs, and then they turned her into a Smurf.
Same size as an apple.
Smurf is?
The Smurfies, yeah.
Tastes like chicken.
They do.
Yeah, but not quite as round as an apple.
No.
More blue.
And if you crush them up like an apple, they make delicious pie. Smurf pie. Blueberry. Blue pie.
So what does an avatar taste like?
Ooh, tastes delicious. Oh.
But a bit fishy.
The tail's a bit gamey.
Tastes like horse. Mostly
yeah,
horse. Okay, so anything else? Oh no, did we do in the news, or is that just we're just
I think
I
that
think
we're
is-
just free forming,
free
forming
forming.
around
Yeah,
news?
yeah.
Okay. I haven't got anything else related to baby monitors.
Good.
I finished that bit.
Thank God.
Did you have any news stories there?
Not particularly. I was going to play maybe a game of
Hey.
snooze review.
Great.
I was going to put the snooze review hotkey on there. I'm going to put it in right here.
Snooze review.
2.0.
Let's hear another one. Snooze reviews.
Yeah. Well, what I've been watching is everything that I've been watching. I've fallen asleep in the last. It's been bad. Netflix is terrible.
Well, can I hit you with a bit of the old Twin Peaks? Not to bust the...
No, please do,
not
because
to bust
that
the
was
nut
pretty
over
much
Jeremy.
much my
um,
snooze review. Everything makes me fall
You've
asleep.
been watching it? The new Twin Peaks?
No.
Okay.
But we were avid Twin Peaks fan. Like my wife and I, we watched every episode as it came out. That's how old we are.
Well, do you want me to give you a quick synopsis of the first 3 episodes without giving too much away?
Sure, go for it.
I'll
I'll ask you questions. Was there the little dancing guy?
Yeah, sure.
Was there talking backwards?
Lots of that. First scene.
Was she dead, wrapped in plastic?
They haven't said that yet, but she's in it. She's in it.
She's in it.
And like I said, like you got to know about the Black Lodge, the White Lodge.
Yep.
You got to know about the red curtains. You got to understand that when Cooper turns into Dougie, Dougie turns into a ball bearing, and Cooper from the Black Lodge,
hang on,
gets sucked into a PowerPoint and then gets zapped into the real world, where he's 3 kilos less than the original Dougie.
What about that?
Okay, we're stretching.
What about that? Don't you understand?
Yeah. What don't you
Is David Lynch dead, or is
David
he alive?
Lynch
No.
is in it. He's the guy.
So David Lynch is
the deaf FBI guy. You're gonna have to speak up, Cooper. Yeah, that guy.
I used to.
really.
That's David Lynch.
Now we've had a Mandela effect. That's another conspiracy theory where you think that
The person's
the person's dead, but
dead
they're
and-
not.
yeah.
But they're not, because we were at family dinner and you said, "No, I'm pretty sure David Lynch is dead, man." And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Oh, you
no,
did.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
think
did. That's
like-
Mandela.
It's a
effect
Mandela
right there.
effect, yeah, because when time splits, he did die in one.
I think David Lynch, in his defense, he wrote this new Twin Peaks with his cock firmly in his hand. He really did. Like we're really trying hard to watch it, but you have to watch it with your smartphone. And I've been looking up Twin Peaksopedia, or whatever it is.
Twinpedia.
if that's the
Twinpedia,
thing,
yeah.
yes.
Because they allude to every character from the original one is in this.
Oh my god!
And so you're looking it up to go, okay, they're in it. So what was the relevance of their story? Because they pick up 25 years later,
yeah,
and they don't miss a beat from
that time.
No, you got to know
and
what
you're
was
falling
going on.
asleep during this, Jeremy. Is
You
this
can't sleep
news
during
review?
Twin
Well,
Peaks.
Cass tried to start the first seasons, 2 seasons, the original, and
it's slow going.
It's tough.
We can
It's tough.
be
I fell
done with
asleep,
Fire
yes.
Walk with Me, right? We don't have to. That's kind of irrelevant.
The movie,
Yeah,
I think so.
because the movie's after.
Yeah, the
Season
movie happened
2.
after the show was finished, and it was picking up the information before. Oh my god!
Because I
it's
did find out. I did
really
find out.
convoluted.
on
Fuck you, David Lynch.
Twinsopedia.
We went and saw Mulholland Drive at Waverley Cinemas, not too far. That's this very small boutique cinema,
Yep.
and I think there was about 15 people in the cinema with us.
Capacity. Yep.
Yeah,
Full
and
house.
no shit. A third of the way through the movie, a fight broke out
kidding
in
me?
the cinema.
You're kidding me.
No, and so we are watching this bizarre fucking movie that it made no sense. Not even eating popcorn. We couldn't even,
Yeah.
And this fight broke out between
bizarre.
2 people. Yeah,
That's my seat.
It's sort of like that.
That's my wife. Get your popcorns off my wife, man.
I think maybe
What are you putting
that
your
was when I
popcorns
saw
on my
Once
wife's
We're
shoulder?
Warriors.
Yeah.
well, it might have been that
Cook the
because
fancy
all I
meats.
can remember from that movie is like she's chronically masturbating the whole way through it, isn't she?
No, that was you, Jeremy.
Oh, maybe that I was the one in the theater, and then stop
Yeah,
masturbating.
I think
in
Do
my
you have to
mind.
do that in here?
I think we can all agree from this conversation. Fuck you, David Lynch.
Yeah, because you know that David Lynch got Mulholland Drive in order, and then went flick, and then put
Yeah,
the script back
that's what
together.
that's the way
Apparently,
it
that's what
reads.
happened. That's how they edited it.
Edited.
But I watched Mulholland Drive. I got to admit, I got it. I got
Yeah,
it.
it took me about
The
five
box,
watches.
I want to say.
It's
The
her-
lady.
it's her
There's a
box.
lady in it.
It's her box, yeah.
It's her. She's dying in the whole
Isn't
scene.
it,
It's her
um,
death. No, don't
Isn't
go into it.
Mulholland Drive a twist on Blue Velvet, or is that Cooper character is a
telling me-
character,
I think you just-
or
are
is
you
it separate?
putting
I've just
timelines?
joined them
Are
together.
you telling me he pulled
Himself.
a Jacob's ladder?
It was all a dream.
Yes. It was all
It was all
My death scene.
a death
Yeah.
dream.
like Lost.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, well, that was a bit disappointing.
Now back to the ball bearing, Tim.
Sure.
Now,
We don't know yet. The guy with one arm. What's his name?
one arm man.
One arm Larry. He's speaking backwards about I have him here. You've been double crossed. I've got the ball bearing. It's in my top pocket. We don't know why. I'll get back to you on that one. See, I told you, no spoilers. Wow. Definitely no spoilers.
Wow.
Because you can't understand what the fuck's going on.
Doesn't know.
Right.
But that's that's the Snooze review?
That's Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks Snooze review.
Because Cass doesn't know the answer, so don't reveal it. No spoilers.
No spoilers.
She doesn't know who killed Laura Palmer yet.
Can we see the alternate ending? Did they ever release that? Because there was the ending that revealed the killer. Yeah. And then they filmed like alternative endings so that even the actors didn't know what was going on.
Sure, they did that, all the time.
So they can't.
I'm sure if you bought the box set,
you'd get it.
Yeah.
Also, they did that with Clue. You know Clue? The Cluedo game? Movie?
No.
Alternative endings.
Right.
Was Colonel Mustard in the kitchen with the
wrench.
Yeah. Why was the wrench in the kitchen?
That's the mystery. Solve the mystery today.
I tell you, Netflix is pretty bleak at the moment. There's one series that I've been watching. It's called The Expanse. If you've watched The Expanse,
I've heard about it. I haven't watched it. Sci-fi.
Sci-fi. It's a lot about space and what happens. It's not it's about our solar system, but there's a lot of real world science in it. So if you're in space, there's plenty of ways to die in space.
Oh well, that's good. That leads us. That's the segue into the second half. So let's chuck an ad in, and then we can start talking about the realsies.
Okay.
Fuck. Damn it. Work, you bastard. Maybe we'll try tomorrow night, babes.
Do you suffer from erectile dysfunction disorders? Hi, I'm Rudolph Bernstein, owner and CEO of Erectile Dysfunction Academies. Don't put up with a half-inflated manhood any longer. For just $999.97 plus tax, Erectile Dysfunction Academy introduces our sizzling stallion formula. Our qualified erection dysfunction counselors will inject you with real stallion semen, along with both mongoose and honey badger urine for that extra kick. We call it our Stal Mahogany Juice. And combining all three animal extracts, you will not only cure your erectile dysfunction, but you will annihilate it. So, sign up today for this one-time offer and receive as a gift from us to you a bottle of our exclusive locker room sweat aftershave. Scientifically proven to make the opposite sex go wild. So get the party started and call Erectile Dysfunction Academy today. 776 Guatemala Road, Tallahassee.
There it is, Tallahassee.
Been using them for years.
Yeah. That's
I see you hard again.
Potent, rock hard erections.
Yeah, second half of the show.
Yep.
Space. We're just talking about space.
Mm-hmm.
So that segues us into when we, pick a movie, and then we try to
choose scenes from the movie,
and then talk about real life situations.
And then we do something else very convoluted.
Yeah.
And then
no one knows what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, but we do.
But it's all done in the best possible taste.
Yes, and it's a hero-based film.
Sure is.
Wouldn't you say?
Yep.
Definitely.
Isn't every movie?
Yeah.
So this could be any movie right at this stage. Anything at all.
That's got to do with space.
You were talking about NASA earlier, so do you want to go back to the NASA point?
Yeah, look, very briefly, there's a scene in the movie where he has a hologram watch.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the clue.
Okay.
So
it projects a hologram somewhere. Right. Yeah.
So I was doing my research and came across the NASA stuff. And there's like hours and hours of footage of these nerds going, see this glitch right here when the astronaut is like supposedly floating in space, but you can see the cord, the wires and stuff, and all this kind of business.
So okay. So you sent me the link, and I watched the video as well. And it's a couple of, just so to bring you up to speed. It's like
how are we going to get these holograms?
They're saying that. In order for us to believe, like, just think with the conspiracy foil hat on for a minute.
Got it.
Right? In order for us to believe that there actually is space that we've been to, okay?
Right.
No moon. Right? We haven't been out to space because it's not really there. Don't worry about that. Forget about that. In order to convince us, how do they simulate weightlessness? Right, if it's all fake, like the book I wrote, It's all fake.
Okay.
So what they do is they simulate it. So you've got things floating around. You see them floating with bubbles, and they eat the bubbles or the food and
and they're
whatnot.
fully interacting with their surroundings. Like,
So we believe it, right? But this video that Jezbot sent to me shows the actual floating stuff glitching, where the rest of it doesn't. So you'll have one of the guys interviewing in a weightlessness thing. He's holding a microphone, and then he'll go to grab the microphone again, and without moving his hand like that, holding it, his fingers cross underneath. It looks like the microphone's actually not there, because that's the item that they want to float. So they've got this little device that they plug into their eye.
I think that we found out their contact lenses from earlier.
Contact lenses. Yes. That's their little thing. It's clear.
And that is doing the Ocular Rift or the VR or the interaction. So live. So they'll be floating there, pretending they're floating there. And then I want to throw the water bubble over to Tim.
Yeah.
So he does that, and then in my contact lens, I see the ball actually coming from me, so I can grab it. Then the viewer seeing the video is seeing a fully rendered ball,
right,
ready
which
to go,
is floating weightless between us.
Okay.
And then there's all this footage of when the footage doesn't work. Like they pass things to each other, and he reacts with it, and then puts it on the shelf, and he's holding nothing. Right? And his eyes go a little bit because he's looking at the augmented reality, and it's clashing. But like in the movie, and like what I was saying,
the link for the movie is the VR goggles again. That's basically what they're getting to. So you'll be playing a video game, and you will see the hologram gun wrap around your fist, right?
Yep.
And then your house is the video game level, so the demons will be coming through the walls and whatnot. So you can just run around your house.
Yeah, so
you're seeing a gun, but it's actually just
like we're talking with the Google Glass, it'll be a complete replacement to that. So while you're walking along, they can augment this reality of Google Maps over what you're seeing.
Yep.
So I had this idea that.
Sort of like a heads-up display in a car. So
totally. So you got
overlays.
You got Google Maps.
Yeah.
Google Maps has mapped out everything, right? Yeah. So you can go Street View.
Got it.
Let's stay here, right? Put on our little augmented
contact
lenses.
He's poking his eyes.
Yeah, I'm trying to because I'm trying to.
Disturbing.
And then let's go to New York. We really must go.
Yep.
And then everything inside of Street View. Now you can walk around like you're in your room. You can actually walk down, what is it?
Broadway Boulevard.
55th and 77th.
There is moves to do that actual technology in real life, because it sounds like what you guys are saying is bullshit, but but in real life to allow kids to go to Disneyland. Sick kids who are bedridden, and they can have the VR.
Because we know that if you get on a roller coaster,
you get that feeling.
You get that sickly feeling. Or on a pirate ship.
But also if you're walking around New York, you can go, all right, turn it into history mode. So any building you look at, it can go.
Wow.
You're talking if you're really in New York.
If you're really there,
then it kicks into tour mode.
And it goes for it's in your language now, all the street signs and blah blah blah. But also the bonus is it's great technology, and I think where it's come from is you can finally walk around watching porn.
Finally.
Well,
without people noticing.
No.
Well, because
it's also a cure for erectile dysfunction.
Sure is. Yeah. Well, let's talk about the hot topics right now. We're not going to get you don't want a chip put into your mind, right? So you don't want to. Let's just say you don't want an iPhone 1 stuck in your brain.
No,
okay.
Because you know what's going to happen?
It's going to update.
iPhone 2.
iPhone 2.
It's going to glitch.
You got one.
You got the Beats 3000.
Won't work.
Oh, update.
You need the Beats 4000.
That's where it goes.
Yeah. So if you could take the iPhone in and out of your eye. And when it sits on your eye, it doesn't have to go with a giant needle into your eye. I was actually touching my eyeball then.
Yelch.
I think people will go for it.
Yep.
I think we'll definitely go
I
for
think
it.
it's great.
You know, when
sounding
you-
technology.
You know when you press your eyeball and it's and you see all the
not that hard.
that's prison TV. Solid when you're locked up in prison and you don't have a TV, they lean on their eyeballs.
Oh, that
And you
sounds
see-
so fucking boring.
You say visions. Well,
Just like Twin Peaks.
what else? You're in
Yeah,
prison.
Just
There's nothing
press
to
on
do.
the inside of your eyes, and that's
sounds
kind of like an episode of Twin Peaks. It
horrible.
really is.
I think the guy that discovered most of
Was it David Lynch?
It was. I think the guy that discovered most of what we know about the optics and stuff, he was doing that. He was he was in prison and he started poking around.
Holy cow.
And he goes, whoa, well, that changes everything. When I press down on my eyeball, Tim, stop doing that.
Well,
Pressing
they
down
can power light globe, or they can. Tesla
Yeah.
Yeah.
is an amazing guy and invented a way to project energy into light globes.
Yeah, with
from a
no
distance.
wires.
Wireless technology.
With wireless technology. And that's an actual fact.
Okay.
That actually happens.
Let's kill him. Sounds like a
But
conspiracy.
it does just sound like crazy talk, doesn't it? Like,
It does, but it's doable, and so you wouldn't need these devices to be powered from the device. You can actually
True
have
that. It's got like
a
giant
little-
wire coils in it that don't electrify your brain patterns any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
That's the iPhone 1 that you push into your brain. Okay,
Sounds great.
I've got a little something.
Good.
We all know the Quaid, open your mind.
Yeah.
I had to say that, even though it's a hefty clue there. Boy has mutant unborn twin growing inside of him, inside of his stomach. You know, like in the. And then
But it's
the
mainly teeth and hair.
a teenage boy in Malaysia has undergone successful abdominal surgery to remove a mass believed to be a fetus of his unborn twin. The condition known as fetus in futu. I don't know.
Fetus in belly.
Means that
vitro?
that child.
In vitro? Yeah.
No, it just says fetus in fetu.
In fetus.
Fiatu.
That's all right, man.
Ah,
no
dude,
one's,
if you
no
can't
one's
read that,
checking.
no
can't
one
read
gives a
it.
shit.
No one's checking.
I can read that. That's what it says. And this kid's 15, and he's had this fetus growing in him since birth. Has hair, legs, hands, and genitals.
And and he's got his own podcast.
and here's a picture.
I think I got it. There's a weird picture. They blurred it out because it's too gross.
Oh, when they took it out.
They
They
blurred the
out,
genitals out.
They blurred it out. They took a photo of it, then put it on the website, but then blurred out the photo. Like, do
Yeah.
we really need a photo?
No,
When
you're
you
not
blur it
going to
out?
blur it out. No.
What, to
No.
protect its identity or something?
Yeah, that's right. It looks like Krang from here, from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Shout out. So, it was in him for 15 years. Then I went on to
Mutated crap.
look
I like
at.
What would be your mutation if you wanted to? What would you want? What would you want?
Giant tentacles.
No, you can't have dicks. There's no
Okay.
dicks related.
I'm out.
Dick.
All right.
Can't have a dick.
What would my mutation be? I
Yeah.
would want this mutation. So actress Mary Lou Henner, who's still acting now.
Sounds hot.
No, I don't want that as a mutation.
Oh.
I want her mutation is it has this rare condition of a super memory and recalls every day of her life.
I've seen
Oh,
this chick.
I have
yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I
I've
have
heard
trouble
about this.
remembering what I'm doing fucking tomorrow.
Well, I can't remember what the last episode was about.
We just did it.
That was a week ago.
I didn't know what this thing was called.
Your eyeball.
Contact lens.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right.
Okay.
So she's one of only 12 people in the world diagnosed with hyperthymesia,
Yep, sounds about right. Yep.
I'll learn how
also
to
known
read.
as highly superior autobiographical memory. Henna said her memories work like a scene selection menu on a DVD.
Holy
Outdated
shit.
technology at the moment.
Yeah.
Like
Did she
Blu-ray.
update? Yeah, did she update to Blu-ray?
To Netflix.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
It's
have.
like the menu in Netflix.
Does she have to rethink everything then?
No. With little video.
Just updates.
Sorry.
Does she have
back
to
here.
rewind slowly?
Well, when somebody
Yeah.
gives
Always.
when somebody gives her a date or a year or something, she sees all these little movie montages based on a time continuum, and
Holy
she
fuck.
scrolls through them and flashes through them, and then can hone in on one,
Okay.
and can tell you Oh yeah, that was a Wednesday, and I think it was 1:30 because it was this time. And then
Shout out to the doc in Back to the Future. Marty, your life is like a timeline, right?
got it.
So she's seeing what he's describing.
Yeah, he's seeing the
So
timeline. She's seeing the timeline.
time is lineal then, because she
In
sees
her mind
it
it
as
is.
it happens. Yeah, but in order for her to recall it, she has to see it as it happened, and it happens in one continuous line.
What if she has a really vivid dream? You know those dreams you remember.
And then remember when she
And then
had it, and then
she remembers back to the time when she was asleep and she was in a dream. Is that a real?
so
memory?
is that another alternative dream line?
Are you
Yeah.
saying that's an implanted
That's
memory?
That's what I'm saying.
Is that what you're
Joe.
saying? 'Cause that,
Are you saying segue?
I think I might be.
think you might
I'll
be.
tell you what, she sounds like a massive pain in the ass. because
Yeah.
My wife remembers everything.
Yeah, yeah, me too. $1.50.
remember, I told you this last week. No, I don't fucking remember.
Was I don't remember.
There's no arguments. You're not going to win any arguments.
Is that world peace?
Is that world peace? That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. when-
Photographic memory equals
Yeah.
world peace divided by timeline.
equals
Times-
happy marriage equals plus minus. No, we're not very good at maths. So let's just,
Let's leave
Yeah.
that.
yeah,
I'm with you.
Okay,
but definitely pain in the ass. Okay.
definitely a pain in the ass.
Yeah. So ways to die in space.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I would say way number one, go there.
Highly dangerous. Yeah.
I'm not massive on the idea, as you said, the beta version, like the iPod One. I think we're in the space race at the moment. Is iPod One phase?
iPod- yeah.
MP3
Okay.
player. I think.
Okay.
we're
Oh
at.
yeah. Oh, we
Imagine
have
if
VHS.
You know, you
We're
you
Betamax.
sunk all your money into those iPod MP3
yeah.
players.
Yeah.
The old school
with,
ones.
with a whole 200 gig on it, or 50
No.
gig
250 megs.
megs.
Something. But they didn't have much on them, did they? Nah. God bless ya.
Not your whole record collection. No way.
No way.
Not the amount I pirate shit off the net.
So what's the point of your whole story?
Well, it's in relation to this first one. There's a scene where a good way to die in space is suffocated by lack of oxygen.
yeah. Well, that falls under going there. Yep.
Yep, definitely. Burned to death in 120 degrees centigrade sunlight.
True.
Yes.
That'll kill you.
You've got to wear a suit. Yeah.
Then
Dress
if that
appropriately.
sun doesn't get you, the freezing cold will.
Ugh. Too hot, too cold.
Frozen to death in
Like my marriage.
minus 100 degrees Celsius shadows. So the shadows are going to get you. The sun's going to get you. The lack of oxygen's going to get you. The whole breathing thing.
What about the half in, half out
Turn into a blowfish by a vacuum.
of the dark side of the moon, light side of the moon?
Well, it's 120, so you'd be standing in 20 degrees.
Did you say getting sucked
Sounds
off
pleasant.
by a vacuum?
I did not say that.
Oh.
I said turned into a blowfish by vacuum.
Oh.
That's the opposite. It's being blown
Head explodes,
out.
Tim. Head
You,
explodes.
you become the vacuum.
Blowfish has a massive head, you see.
Sneezing inside of your space helmet.
Yep. Massive
Yep.
call out. Pierced by a micrometeoroid. That would hurt.
Yep.
Sizzled by cosmic rays and solar radiation.
Ugh.
All these are going to hurt.
Space barbecue.
This one's no good. Killed by falling into a planet or sun.
Oh, you're gonna. That takes a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Falling.
Gravity.
No.
it pulls you in.
Falling becomes.
Pulled
It starts
into
off traveling, because if we're talking like 360 million miles,
Yeah.
that's not falling.
That's like racing towards.
That's like
imminent
like
death.
traveling.
Yeah.
The last 35 seconds is falling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's right. Yeah.
So being sucked into gravity, being sucked off by gravity.
Yes. There's a blowfish in there.
Yeah,
If
there's
you don't,
something
if
in there.
you
There's
if
something
you're
in
not
there.
burnt up in the atmosphere to begin with, yeah, hitting the hard object would kill you.
Okay, thanks.
Have you got some? Because
I'll keep that in mind next time I'm not in space.
I've got specific planets that you're gonna.
Yeah.
You're gonna die. Did you have some of them as well, Mick? Have you got that page
Well,
up there?
no. I'm looking at what you're. I'm looking at what you're looking at.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah,
Well,
you could starve to death in space as well. Like you could have all the oxygen, starve to death. You could have
There's
all
not
the
many shops up
oxygen
there.
you
There's not many
want.
shops up there.
No, if you run out of food, you're pretty fucked.
Yeah.
You could also dehydrate to death.
radiation. That's going to get you on Mars.
Correct.
frozen by sub-zero temperature, and poisoned by atmosphere. On Venus...
Where's that? On Mars as well?
On Mars.
Okay.
On Venus, you're going to either get crushed by asthmatic.
Crushed by... Yeah.
Something I think we all have in this room. Crushed by the pressure of the atmosphere. Melted by 480 degrees surface temperature. Dissolved by atmosphere and sulfuric acid. Sliced up by volcanic rock. And buried in lava. Hot magma. How long do you reckon you would survive in the space of vacuum, the vacuum of space?
Oh, so you take your mask off and your helmet.
Yep.
Oh, I think it's. Have you got the actual time there?
Yeah, I've got the timeline.
Okay, I'm going to go. Okay, there's a timeline. I'm going to say phase 1, denial. Second, phase 2, acceptance. Phase 3, big swelling of the brain. I think you're going to last 25 seconds.
Okay. Mick, you got any...
I would have said 10. 10 or...
Okay.
Well, it's about 1.5 minutes.
Okay.
So you've got time. You've got time to...
So you can do it.
Don't breathe, because I think that really fucks you up, as I've seen in the movies.
You hold your breath, take your mask off. Do your eyes bug out?
This is how it's going to happen.
Does the eyes bug out?
1 second, begin freezing if in shadow, or burning if in sunlight. 2 seconds, begin swelling. You don't explode, though. You just start to swell all the water. 5 seconds.
Like my honeymoon.
Aha.
Continue.
5 seconds. Moisture on skin, eyes, and tongue boils due to zero air pressure. 10 seconds. Internal organs begin rupturing. 15 seconds. Lose consciousness. Eardrums. And your bowels.
Of course.
I added that in.
I was going to say, you want to fucking...
I'm pretty sure that would happen.
Yeah. What's 30 seconds? Die of embarrassment.
Yeah. At least your scrote's not going to be all
wrinkly
anymore. It should be first second. Realise you're out in space. Shit your pants.
Unrelated.
Just a very messy way to die. 30 seconds in, blood begins to boil. 45 seconds, heart can no longer pump blood. 60 to 90 seconds, you die.
60 to 90 seconds. Okay.
How long can you hold your breath in the swimming pool, Tim?
I can only do it in laps. You got your
underwateries. Underwateries.
2.5 laps
of your pool.
Of my pool.
Yeah,
55,000 litres. What do you got?
That's 30 seconds.
It's about 18 feet. It's about 3 men. 3 men length. 4 men. 3 or 4 men.
Meters?
Yeah, about that. Mick, underwater. How do you
terrible.
go? Me too. I'll die in like 10 seconds.
Yeah,
10 seconds.
The panic kills me.
Yeah.
Panic.
Yeah.
I don't like you're fucked in space or you're fucked in the abyss.
Said
the abyss of space.
Said the vicar to the nun.
I like you.
Scariest thing about space for me, and different movie, I've always thought this, is Event Horizon, the space madness.
Oh, yeah.
It's when your ship goes to hell and comes back, and you've seen hell.
You've brought back the
madness.
Yeah.
And nowhere to run, nowhere to go. Can't call anyone. There's no police up there.
Sounds like lyrics to a song.
Doesn't it?
It does.
And then you die of hideous embarrassment.
Yeah. Hideous death where you defecate yourself.
Yeah. That's always a common theme. There was I think it was a stage play called Lifeboat.
Das Boot.
Das Boot? No, Lifeboat.
Yeah.
And it's like people trapped in a lifeboat and eventually
having to eat each other.
Yeah. And they go mad.
Do they drink the salt water?
Yeah.
Don't
water everywhere, so let's just take a drink.
No, it's not that. It's
don't drink the salt water.
Oh, no, you don't drink it. I always get those two mixed up. Yeah.
And it doesn't taste good.
I'm not a fan of...
salt water?
No. I'm not a fan of...
Lifeboats?
No.
Space?
The seawater. I don't like it.
I like to see what's at the bottom of my...
Sea men.
Aha.
Give you one of those for that. Yeah.
Well,
no. Well, we're not quite there because didn't you have some kind of?
Oh yeah, I've got something else that ties in to one of my favourite scenes in the movie.
Yeah, please.
Oh yeah, right.
Because then that's the
did we do a loop? I thought we did a loop already.
Did you know that a third boob, boobs, a third boob is possible?
Excellent.
This is a story of a woman who claims to have a third breast attached Now, there's the famous one. Her name is Jasmine, but it turns out that was a hoax, and she had that surgically implanted, and it wasn't a real breast. But it's actually
Doctors, what's wrong with the doctors?
It's actually
I'll
possible, physically possible, to have 3 boobs.
For sure, you get 3 nipple people all the time.
Yeah, so exactly. Many still consider extra nipples to be an oddity. Celebrity figureheads help raise awareness. No, they don't.
No,
of the many thousands of people who are born with more than the 2 standard nipples.
I want more nipples. I say the more the merrier.
So here's a few people. Harry Styles.
Oh yeah, that sounds like someone.
Hazza.
From the
Stazza?
boy group.
From the One Direction.
One Erection.
Hazza Stazza.
Couldn't get one erection between them.
I don't know that band.
Sure
One
you do.
Direction. Lily Allen.
Lily Allen's got 3 tits.
3 nipples.
Awesome.
Mark Wahlberg.
He's got 3 tits.
Nipples.
Oh.
Now, just a quick question about
We're going to keep doing this.
when does a tit become a tit? Like,
Well,
if
let me tell you.
if a man sees tit, it's a third tit, but it's a fake tit.
Yeah.
Isn't that a real tit?
That's 3 tits.
Well, look, those people have 3 nipples. It's nipples are formed in the womb and develop along 2 lines of glandular tissue known as the milk lines. These begin in the underarm, run down the chest and abdomen, and extend to the groin. When an embryo is just 6 weeks old, nipples develop along these lines, and then by week 9, most of the remaining tissue regress. So if the process is incomplete and the tissue doesn't fully regress, additional nipples can form along these milk lines, along with extra tissue.
I love it. Oh, there's one.
There's one right there.
You don't want a tit under your arm.
No.
You want a tit right in the middle.
You
right?
want it symmetrical.
You want it left. You want it left to the right or right to the left.
Listeners, Tim's just opened up the interwebs and has looked at a picture, and it's
Looks like a
lump.
an underarm goiter without a nipple on it.
There's a lot of dudes that like that kind of armpit action.
So you're getting them on the
so-
milk line. So we're talking like cats. You got your male cats, 6
right.
nipples.
Yeah.
No,
You got your female cats, 6
9.
nipples.
Oh,
I don't know. You got your Mark Wahlbergs, 3 tits. Yeah.
I don't believe that. I've seen him. Oh, they could, I suppose,
you
make
put-
up it out.
Yeah, you do it. Okay, so look, we've covered the bulk of it. You got your 3 tits. You got your dangers of space.
Space madness.
Breathing in, making
Breathing
your
in
head
makes you
go,
die.
makes your eyes bug out.
Got your hologram
You got
sort
your
of.
augmented holographic imagery projected onto reality.
Correct.
You've got your
I think that
what
was
did I
it,
say?
man.
No, I said something about something. I closed it.
Oh, if only we had that memory like that woman.
Yeah. Memory. Mutations.
Yeah, you did mute.
Mutation, the extra child going from the
I
thing.
think they've got it.
yeah.
Surely they've got it
And
now.
then you've got you've got your action heroes, right? Should I just should I tell you
Reveal.
who the
Go.
action
Yeah,
hero is
do
by
it.
song? I'll give you a little clue.
Here we go.
Get down, get down, down, get down, 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 down, get down, 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 get down, get down, down, put the cookie down.
So there's your clue.
He did that
was
live.
done live.
That was
done
great.
live. That was
Yeah.
great, man.
That was all
That's
triggered.
soundboard madness. That was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
In the movie
Total.
Recall.
Get down.
And the irony was we were texting each other back and forth. We were going to do Raiders of the Lost Ark, and I was like, was it Terminator or was it
were saying
Red
that.
Dawn? I was like,
Step
there's
brother.
no
It was a brother's.
Total
twins
Recall,
or-
which
Yeah.
clearly you do not have.
No,
Uh-huh.
do not have that.
Yeah, so
Did you
that's all
have
the
something
story is.
I did have the. No, I don't.
Oh yeah, no. You please tell. Please do tell.
About the
Yeah,
Schwarzenegger's.
yeah.
Are you going to plug me in? No, it's going to be too difficult.
No, that's too difficult. But I can play it.
Yeah, play it. Okay, just edit this little.
So why don't you introduce it so that people know, and then I'll give you a little clip.
Yeah. So we're just going to play a little clip. This is gold, Arnie gold, just to cap off the episode. This is Arnold Schwarzenegger's commentary to Total Recall. Just it's a super cut of it. Goes for about 2 minutes, and it's just Arnie at his best / worst.
Yeah.
He's got this literal translation of what the action is on the screen. So he'll see something and just go, "Oh yeah, that was the time when I did this," and it's exactly what's on the
what's
screen.
happening on the screen. Yeah, so
not
this is where I
commentary.
come in and shoot the gun.
Yeah,
I shot it.
He's looking at me and he's doing this, and
now I walk over there.
That's it.
Yeah.
So enjoy. Here it is.
2 weeks.
Well, this is me, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and this is me on the screen here, riding towards the camera. Ow, that hurt. And mutants we have. I mean, later on we will see some extraordinary mutants. She was a cutie. It was a great scene because she's trying so hard for me not to see the news. Here, this is my job. I'm a construction worker. This scene is unbelievable because my frustration about this taxi cab does not understand where I want to go. Yeah, that was the bug that was inside my nose. This is a wonderful scene where I come up to Mars as an old lady, as a fat old lady. Watch this, with the sweat running down, and that gives it away that he is afraid. And it is...
That is acting, what he's doing.
He's acting, yeah. Here's the hand. It goes into his body. Right through his...
He hears the sound and
he hears
basically...
the sound, yeah.
And he finds out where it is.
Yeah, and as he
It's too
finds
late,
out,
isn't it?
it's too late, yeah. She has 3 breasts, huh? That's the one with the 3 breasts. Right. Oh.
At this point, I think we asked Sharon Stone basically to take part of her clothes off, but she was very timid here, remember?
It's amazing if you think about... This movie has come out 10 years ago.
Yeah, longer, 15 years ago.
No, 10 years ago.
20 years. No, it's 89, isn't it?
No, we made it in 89.
Oh.
It came out in 91.
Oh, did it?
Excellent. Yeah, that was an abbreviated version. I sliced it down a little bit to make it a little bit more sleek for the listener. But that's about it. There's no Pfeffernuss here.
Nope.
There's no Pfeffernuss here. That's not a threat. It's a promise. A guaranteed promise. But on behalf of Turnstile Records and the Skatepods, this has been the Skatepods. I'm Timmy Taco.
I'm Jezbot.
I'm MickeyT.
And
It's good to be back.
Don't forget to go love yourself.
Thank you for pressing the self-destruct button. The ship will self-destruct in exactly 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
Who are you? 1 pod left! And 3 of us!
The escape pod. The escape pod. What if there are droids in the escape pod? The sensors wouldn't pick them up.
Escape pod sounds really nice. Well, boys, it's a very lovely ship. I think you should look out. Goodbye!